Hello everyone, welcome back to Maverick Mods. Another installment of Maverick Mansions this week. Short one for you though. We're working on the list that's 1,000 items long, could be longer, of things to do to the house. Once in a while, it's an essential repair. And in this case, today, that's the case. When we first looked at the house, of course, you check everything out, turn the faucet on. I noticed that the water was surging. Now, for you guys on city water, this is something you never really have to worry about. But here we've got a well. So there's a few more items to take into account to try and diagnose what's going on. So that's this week. Grab your popcorn. Let's get started. So I had a surging problem with the water coming out of any of the faucets. You could hear now the way the system works in this. We have a well, and the well is off, not really in the back 40, but it's off there a ways. And there's a pump at the well. The pump shoots, obviously, draws the water from the well, shoots it through the intake pipe into the house. And the system from there is not quite yet the same as city water would be, because even though it comes in and is pressurized by the pump doesn't know when to turn on and turn off, and it can't stay running constantly. So there's a pressure switch that turns it on at a certain psi, turns it off at a certain psi. That's essentially what was happening here. There was nothing in the system to take out the bumps in pressure, the highs and lows. So with a well, what you have is you have an accumulator. It's called a water pressure tank, but it's an accumulator. And it's a big tank with a bladder in it that's pre-charged with air. And the well pressure will then fill a portion of the tank, and it'll push against the bladder. And it kind of acts as, well, it's an accumulator. So there's two possible reasons why our water pressure tank was not acting like an accumulator. One is it's out of air pressure. So we'll check that. The other is the tank is bad. The bladder's ruptured and it's no longer doing its thing. Let's go down the basement, see what we're looking at. We're down the basement looking at the pressure tank for the water system or coming off of the well. And like I said, I'm having short cycling and surging problems with the water. There's a couple of things that can cause that. One would be, so this tank right here is basically it's a big accumulator. There's supposed to be somewhere between 5 and 7 gallons. This is a 20-gallon accumulator or pressure tank. The rest of it, there's a bladder in here, and the rest of it is just pressurized with air. And so all it does is it takes out the highs and lows, and it pressurizes the water system so that when you turn a faucet on upstairs and create a demand, the pressure in the tank or the bladder will force that water into the main line, into the system, instead of the pump having to turn on immediately. Initially, I thought, well, there's one of two problems with this. One is that, well, the bladder's ruptured. And this is a fairly new tank. It's been installed within the last 2 years, probably. And I thought, well, since it is relatively new, maybe it's just low on air or the air is adjusted improperly. So up here, you've got the Schrader valve. Pretty simple. And so I figured, okay, well, I'll just stick my air compressor on this and or stick a gauge in here, check the pressure, put the gauge on there, and instead of air coming out, water comes out. That is no bueno. What that means is that entire tank, the bladder's ruptured, and the entire tank is full of water. There's no accumulator action going on. So the tank's got to be replaced. That's what we're doing today. So I've got a little bit of water running upstairs just so you can see what's going on. This is our pressure sensor here. And as you can see, it's cycling, and you can hear, hopefully, it's cycling way too fast. I mean, it shouldn't be cycling nearly as fast as that. And what that'll do eventually is basically it'll prematurely wear out the well pump. So while I'm here, I need to look and see what the off and on is. It looks like about 30, probably about 32 psi. It's my low end. That will be important for knowing what to set the pressure on the new tank will be. So about 32 is about the shut off. Okay. With the breaker shut off to the pump, and now I've got to drain this tank. I don't want, I'm assuming there's 20 gallons of water in there, and I don't want all 20 gallons out on my floor here. Just hit the, should just be able to, well, maybe not. All right, how about if I pop the pressure valve? There we go. Okay, this is going to take a while. I'm just changing buckets right now in case, well, we haven't really had a taste issue, especially since I put the new filter in. But this is what came out of that tank. Now, that's not what the well water looks like. Even before the filter, the water was clean. That is what was sitting inside of that tank and shouldn't have been, and just rusting its merry way through that tank. That's the inside of that tank, just rusting out. As soon as I get this drained, we'll get the old tank out, get the new one in. Old tank is empty. Doesn't mean it's, well, should be mostly empty. All right, let's get it out of the way if I can. Let's try to save that little cover. Let's get it out of the way. If I can do this without sliming myself with all the goo that came out of here. Before I just toss this, because that's all this thing is good for at this point, is scrap metal. Do need to save the fitting. Well, hopefully this is relatively simple. Depends on how much of a ape, not disparaging, that whoever put this in before was, to how tight this, let's get this right. Hopefully, I don't have a whole lot of leverage here. Okay. Kind of an ape that put it in. Let's spin this a little bit and see if I can just get a little better leverage on it. There we go. Okay, not too bad. Oh, and you did use Teflon tape. That's good. All righty. Inside's a little rusty. I'll clean. That's got just some deposits on it. I'll clean that out. And we'll swap the old tank for the new tank, put the fitting back on the new tank. All right, well, I got enough of the old Teflon tape off to not be in the way. Put some new on. There we go. All right, a lot of guys always wonder, how much do you put on? Supposedly the ideal amount, is 2.5 to 3 turns. I'm going to go a full 3 on this one. There we go. So usually about 3 turns. And what you want to do is you want to wrap it this way. It's kind of hard to say with the fitting away from you, wrap it this way. When you spin it on, it doesn't bunch up because the end of the tape is going this way, if that makes any sense. So let's spin our cover around. Get handy Mr. Pipe wrench. Okay, that ought to be good. Looks like there was a little bit of a mouse house kind of underneath this thing. Something I need to keep in mind with the new tank. It doesn't make any difference. It's just, all right. Now, where is, well, that sucks. Okay, well, I can still get to it. Just wondering where the pressure relief or the pressure valve is, just so I know. Okay, here we go. All right, lined up, more or less. Now let's hook it up. So all I got here is a Teflon washer up against my existing apparatus here, pressure relief valve, etc. I'll just put all this together. I'm gonna do it off camera because there's not enough room in here for me, you guys, and all of this for me to do this job. I'm hooked up again. Now, before I go too all fired crazy, some of these tanks, let's see what they say here. Attention, this tank has been pre-charged to 25 psi. Be certain the air pressure in the tank is 2 psi below the pump startup pressure for this. Okay, so not a problem. But I'm going to test that. I'm going to check it just to say I did. It's actually at 31 right now. That's pretty darn close to what I need. All right, let's see if we can put some water to this. And closed up. We turn the pump back on and see what happens. I hear it's starting to fill. Let's go ahead and get the back on. And just for argument's sake, I'm already up to 50 psi. Okay, let me run some water upstairs. Okay, it shuts off at 55. All right, let me run some water upstairs and let's bleed the system and see if we can't get everything kind of in balance with the accumulator pressure and the water pressure. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So I've got water running. I should slowly bleed off that pressure because this on the pressure gauge is what the pump charged the tank with at water pressure. And I've got 32 pounds of air pushing against that water. And according to this tank, it's supposed to have like 7 gallons. So I should see that come on at 32-ish. Yep. And you see it rise again. It came on at 35. All right, I can balance that a little bit, but it's actually working pretty darn well right now. And I should build back up to 55 from the pump itself. As luck would have it, I'm watching my battery monitor decrease at the greater rate than the pressure was increasing at the gauge. Sure enough, camera battery went dead. Take my word for it. I've got it shut off at 55 psi, and I've got good water pressure, no surging, and back to normal. So repair complete. And that's going to do it for this week, guys. Certainly appreciate everybody tuning in as we bring this grand old manor back to life. Please like, share, subscribe, notify, blah, blah. You guys know the drill. It helps. It really does help. See you next week, everybody. Have a great day.